Do you want to know what energies are surrounding you in your love life? What are the loving energies surrounding you currently in this moment on this path that you are on? If the answer is yes, then keep watching because this is the timeless, in-depth tarot pick a card love reading meant just for you. Hello trick-or-treaters and welcome back to my channel Trick or Treat Tarot, where it is spooky season all year long. If you like Halloween or Samhain, then this is definitely the channel for you, where I do spooky themed tarot pick-a-cards just like this one and other spiritual related videos. So if that's your jam, make sure that you give this video a big thumbs up. Please do consider subscribing to the channel, and while you are subscribing, make sure you hit that post bell notification button down below so you don't miss out and you stay updated when I post new spooktacular videos every week. Alright, you guys, so we are back again with another love reading, part of our love series all throughout the month of February. Scary, okay? So today is a general love reading. That's what we're looking at today, just general love messages. What do you need to know about the energies of love that are surrounding you, about your love life, about how to improve it? Okay, what's the healing that needs to be done? That is what we're looking at today, okay? So very general. We have 3 groups today, just like always, okay? So group number 1 is going to be card 20, the Boo. And that's also with the cat. Group number 2 is going to be card 58 with Saturn. And that's also paired with the skull. And we also have, for group number 3, card 15, the Sun. And that's paired with the pumpkin or the jack-o'-lantern. Okay, so 3 groups to choose from today. We're gonna get nice and close up so you guys can do your meditation, get grounded, and listen to all of my disclaimers, okay? Timestamps are going to be below in the description box as well as in the pinned comment section, you guys, okay? Just like always, the way we always do it, you already know. Unless you're new here, then hey, how are you? Welcome, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and get into it, you guys. I don't want to make this intro too long. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you're loving this love series. Comment down below. Let me know how you guys are loving these readings, loving this series. If you've missed any of the readings, I have a playlist over on my channel. Just hop on over there, watch that playlist so that you can get caught up on all the love messages that you might have missed out on already, okay? With all that being said, we are going to hang out together, so just get cozy with me, you guys. Let's get cozy. Grab a drink, grab your water, grab your tea, grab your coffee, grab your wine, whatever it is that you are drinking. Stay hydrated. Grab a snack, you guys. You're a snack, okay? So just get cozy. Let's get ready to just hang out. We're going to vibe together, and it is going to be so much fun. We're going to have a blast doing these readings. Let's go ahead. Let's get into it, starting with group number 1. Alright, boos and ghouls and witchy souls, welcome to your pile selection. So we have our 3 groups here set up nice and close so you guys can get meditated and grounded so you can choose the group that is meant for you. Alright, so for group number 1, we have card 20, the Boot, and the Black Cat. For group number 2, we have card 58, Saturn, and the White Skull. And then for group number 3, we have card 15, the Sun, and the Orange Pumpkin or Jack-o'-lantern. Okay, so again, that's group number 1, card 20 with the Boot and the Black Cat. Group number 2 is card 58, Saturn, and the White Skull. And group number 3 with card 15, the Sun, and the Orange Pumpkin or Jack-o'-lantern, okay? Alright, so I'll go ahead and give you guys a couple of minutes to choose your group. Remember, there is no right or wrong way to choose. You can pick based off of the number on the card, the picture on the card, the placement of the card, the number of the group. You can close your eyes and then open them and see whichever group catches your eye first or calls your attention the most. You can hold your hand over the screen and see which group makes you feel fuzzy. Alright, so there is no right or wrong way to choose. Just use your intuition. That's the most important thing, okay? You can even pick more than one group. So if you feel called to pick 2 groups or even to watch all 3 groups, that is okay. That just means that there are multiple messages meant for you in each of the different groups. Now for a couple of disclaimers, you guys, these are general readings, okay? General readings. So that means that if you hear something that does not resonate, that's okay. Just let that message go and let it flow. There are a lot of people watching this video and a lot of people watching the same pile as you, so just disregard any messages that don't resonate, as they are messages meant for another trick-or-treater that's watching the same pile as you. You know your life, you know what works best for you, so just listen to those messages. And you do have free will, so if you don't like a message based on the path you are currently on, you have the power to switch paths at any time. These messages are not set in stone. With all of that being said, please do ground yourself by taking a couple deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth, okay? And do that a couple of times to really get grounded, okay? Feel free to pause the video if you need more time to do a small meditation. That's okay, you guys. It is very important to make sure you are grounded, in tuned, and in sync with this video and the messages provided so you can hear the ones that are meant for you, okay? If you feel called to, you can skip ahead to any pile at any time. That's okay. I will have all of the timestamps in the description box as well as in the pinned comment section down below, so that way you guys can easily skip around to the parts you feel called to. We'll be doing all the shuffling on camera. You guys know I love to do that so you can see the magic happen. Also, please be aware that sometimes there are trigger warnings on this channel, and I do read reversals. We are real on this channel, okay? We are real here. I don't sugarcoat any of the messages. I am just the channel, and Spirit is giving me the messages that need to be heard at this time. Sometimes the messages can be very healing because we do work with the shadow self, and sometimes that can be hard, and we aren't always ready to do that work or hear those messages because it is challenging and difficult, but it is also quite beautiful and very rewarding. So do please keep that in mind. Also, these are timeless messages, you guys. Timeless messages. That means that I set the intention every time I create one of these videos and do these readings to transcend space and time, so that way they will come to you as it is needed, right? As they are meant for you, okay? So just know when you see this video, it transcends space and time. The message is for you regardless of the date, okay? Alright, so we're going to get right into it, you guys. I'll give you just another moment to pick your group. Timestamps are below, and we're going to go ahead and get started with group number 1, okay? Alright, hello to all of my trick-or-treaters who chose group number 1. You guys chose card 20, the boot, and the cat. So we're going to go ahead and get into your shuffling. If you don't want to see the shuffling, timestamps are below. You can skip straight to your message. If you do want to see the shuffling, though, then just keep watching because that's what we're doing right now, okay? All right, hello to all of my trick-or-treaters who chose group number 1. You guys chose card 20, the boot and the cat, okay? So this is your channeled message all about what are the energies surrounding you in love, okay? So let's go ahead, let's get into it. Okay, so we have the High Priestess. High Priestess. We also have Judgment. Okay. And 5 of Swords. 5 of Swords. Okay. Okay. Let's see what's going on here. So with the 5 of Swords energy, I just want to start there because that's always a good indication that, that talks about conflict, right? That's kind of a card of conflict. So maybe you've had some conflicts. This could be potential inner conflicts with yourself, right? With the High Priestess energy here, right? You could be conflicting with yourself, conflicted about relationships, conflicted about love, maybe conflicted about what you're looking for in a relationship. With the Judgment card here, this is telling me that there's soon going to be clarity. I think you have to trust yourself more. I think you know what it is that you want, but you're afraid to maybe ask for it, or you're afraid to admit to it. I think maybe for some of you guys watching this, if you're in a current relationship, there needs to be more communication with you and your partner, because I think there are things that you want from your partner, but you're afraid to ask them, and that's just not good. You guys aren't going to be able to really have a long-lasting relationship if there isn't that open communication. On the other hand, if you're single and you're watching this, then this is telling me that you're a little conflicted about what you're looking for in a partner. So this is a good opportunity for you maybe to start dating around, so you can start to get a feel for what it is that you're actually looking for, because you can imagine scenarios in your head all day long, but it's very different than when you actually get to go out with someone and have a conversation with them and actually see what the chemistry feels like, okay? So I'm seeing that as well coming through here. But definitely there's some healing that needs to be done here. A lot of it has to be with communication, communicating about what it is that you want, what are your wants, what are your desires, okay? We also have recognition and reward. So this is interesting as well. So this is telling me that you guys in love are looking for, you're looking for recognition. Okay, you're looking for someone who's going to validate you. For some of you guys watching this, and that's not the point of a relationship. That's not the point in being with someone, is looking for recognition, looking for validation. You should be able to find that in yourself. So I'm seeing here what the healing message is in love for you is that you guys, group number 1, have to be more open to loving yourself. Loving yourself more, validating yourself more. I think that's really important here. I think maybe the reason why you're having such a hard time communicating with your partner, or why you're having such a hard time finding a partner, is because you're having a hard time loving yourself and communicating with yourself, your wants and your desires. So I'm seeing that there's some need for you to take a time out, step away from, right, a relationship for a moment, and really do some meditation, do some shadow work with yourself, and figure out what it is that you actually want and what it is that you desire, what feels good for you, what are you looking for in a relationship. That's something that's coming through here, and I think after you do that, it's going to be very rewarding for you. You're going to discover a lot about yourself that maybe you didn't know before. It's going to be a very it's a journey of self-discovery, essentially. Group number 1, that's the energy that I'm getting here. And then we have prosperity begins in reverse, okay? So that's telling me that you guys might have some financial issues that have been going on for a little bit. Maybe that's a struggle that you've been going through. Maybe you've been worried about finding a partner because you've been struggling financially, and you're worried that maybe people are going to look down on you because of that. But I am seeing that finances are going to be looking up for you. So that is a plus though. So even though you may have run into some financial complications recently, I see that it's going to be temporary complications, and you're going to flip back super fast. So that shouldn't even be a factor for you to worry about, okay? I am also seeing here that finances is a big concern for you when being in a relationship in general. For some of you guys, if you are in a relationship currently, maybe that could be one of the struggles that you're having with your partner, is the discussion of finances, or how you save finances, or how you spend finances, is a message that's coming through here. So I think that's one of the things that you have to have open dialogue and open communication with your partner. Because we talked about, right, a need for more open communication. And I think one of the opportunities for that for you guys, group number one, is a discussion about your finances and a discussion about money and how to spend it and how to save it, okay? And then we also have stand your ground, okay? So this card is telling me that you guys probably aren't standing your ground. You're a little bit of a pushover, right? Maybe you are letting your person, if you are in a relationship, you're letting your partner kind of wear the pants, you're letting them take the wheel, and they're really in control right now of the relationship. And I see that you're kind of unhappy with the way that is. So I think it's time for you to start asking, right, with that open communication we were talking about before, it's time for you to start asking for more of balanced power in your relationship. This is also telling me that you guys have to stand your ground about a lot of, or some of the, what's the word I'm looking for? Just about some of your ideas, morals, values in the relationship, right? There are some things that maybe this person is doing that is upsetting to you, or some things that you don't agree with necessarily, and you're allowing them to get away with it because, you know, you love them. But I think now's the time for you to really just stand your ground, because in the long run, those are red flags, and those are things that are just going to break up the relationship in the future. So it's important for you to stand your ground now and be firm in the beginning of the relationship and have that open communication, so that way you can prevent issues from the future from occurring, okay? So we're right now trying to work on building a stronger foundation for you. For some of you guys that are in a relationship, you have to strengthen that foundation, because currently it's crumbling, group one, it's crumbling, okay? Your relationship's not going to last if you can't be communicative with your desires, with your wants, stand your ground on your morals and values, and really exercise your opinions and your voice in the relationship for equal balance of power, okay? So that's important. And then we have change, okay? Change. So now is a good time for change, okay? Change for you. When we think about change, for some of you guys, maybe it could be change in relationship, okay? It's time for you to move on to the next partner. It's time for you to try something new. For some of you guys who are single, maybe it's time to start getting into a relationship as well. Maybe that could be something else that's coming through here. But the main source of this card here with change that I'm getting is that it's time for you to change your attitude. The change that needs to occur here is the way that you present yourself in this relationship and the way that you communicate with one another. That's the biggest thing that I keep repeating here, because that's the most important thing in this situation that keeps coming up. It's the most relevant, right, piece of advice that I can give to you, group number one, is that open dialogue, open communication, and being more expressive about your wants, needs, and desires in this relationship. So that is really what needs to change, okay? So you have to change and they have to change as well. This is about growing. This is supposed to be a really growing moment and a really healing moment for you, so that way you guys can build a stronger relationship, because I don't think that you guys have a bad relationship, okay? Even though we do have conflicts here, it is right. So some of you guys might be having issues in your relationship, and there might be conflict and some friction going on there. But I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that you guys just aren't understanding each other and you're not on the same page, because you don't have that open dialogue and that open communication with each other's feelings and emotions, okay? What else do we have? Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. Yeah, so this is it's time for you to retreat, to disconnect. So this is definitely interesting, you guys. So it's time for you to, like I said, to really work on yourself. It's time for you to take a step back and really think about what love means for you, and what a relationship means for you, and what you want your relationships to look like moving forward in the future, okay? So I think it's time for you to get off of social media and to really rethink, you know, what love is. I think that's definitely something for you. Also, another message that I'm getting here is some of you guys are online dating or you have online relationships, and it's time to take a step back from that and to re-immerse yourself kind of in that old school way of meeting people face to face, talking to people at bars, right? Meeting people out and about at a park or something like that, and getting to know people right face to face, and stop hiding behind the computer screens and the apps and cell phones. I think that's becoming a little toxic now, and I think it's time for you guys, if you have met someone that you feel really a strong connection with on maybe social media or on a dating app or dating website, then it's time for you to meet that person face to face. And get off of the internet for a little bit. It's time for you to disconnect in that way, okay? For some of you people, for my singles out there, that's definitely a message that's coming through here, okay? And then we also have free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. This is really interesting that this is coming through here, because we were talking about the imbalance of power. So for some of you guys, you feel like you've lost control in a relationship. For a lot of you guys watching this, you know, you're stuck and for some of you guys, you know, you're stuck in a relationship where there's an imbalance of power and someone just has a lot more control over you than you would like them to. And it's time for you to reclaim your power and to reclaim your freedom, because you can leave this relationship at any moment. And maybe that's what this retreat is. And maybe that's what that change is. Maybe it's time for some of you guys who are unhappy in a relationship to just leave that relationship. I don't know why you're holding on for. There's some kind of fear here that you can't leave because it's going to cause some kind of conflict that you're trying to avoid. But it's time for you to recognize the situation that you're in, reevaluate that situation, and then assess it and make the choices and decisions that need to be made in order for you to reach your highest potential and to work towards a path that is happier for you. Because if you're not happy in a situation, in your current situation, it's time to leave that situation and find something that's going to be more freeing for you, group number one. That's super important here. Okay, we have criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. Yeah, so this is interesting here. So criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. So again, with the criticizing each other, we have the conflict here, the Five of Swords energy. So you guys maybe have been arguing, you guys maybe haven't been listening to each other because right there hasn't been proper dialogue, proper conversation that excuse me, you guys have not been having. So that's caused the both of you guys to not see things clearly. Excuse me, you should be seeing things right through each other's perspective, stepping into each other's shoes, but instead, you know, it's all about me. So I think you guys need to reestablish your relationship with each other by reestablishing your perspectives of each other and understanding each other on a more emotional level. I feel like that there has been some disconnect that's happened between you guys emotionally, which is causing this friction to happen. So love and accept each other as you are, and your relationships will magically transform. So it's about accepting each other as you are, accepting the faults, right? Accepting the good and the bad, right? That's the important thing here. Nobody's perfect. You're not perfect. I'm not perfect. They're not perfect. You're not going to find anybody who's perfect. So it's really important to accept the things in each other that maybe we don't necessarily like the most, okay? Because everyone has faults. Everybody has baggage. Everyone has trauma. So these are things that we're all dealing with on our own. But when you're in relationships, you're also dealing with that together. So it's time for you guys to start meeting in the middle, talking about those traumas, talking about that baggage, those things that need healing, that need mending, and really working towards fixing that. And in turn, again, that's going to build a stronger foundation with each other for you. And then again, for my single people as well, this could be talking about, right, letting go of expectations in a relationship, being more accepting of yourself and of your own faults. Because how are you going to accept the faults of somebody else if you can't even accept the faults within yourself? So understanding that when you get into a relationship, yeah, this person's going to have some traits maybe or some baggage that is hard to deal with or something that's not necessarily ideal for you. But understand that everybody has it. We all have it, okay? So this is about getting right with yourself so that way you can, when you do get in the relationship, you can help this person get right with themselves as well. Because remember, when you're in a relationship, you are a team. It's a team effort, okay? And I think you need to be nicer to yourself as well. That's something else that's coming through here. Group number one, you have to be kinder to yourself. You expect other people to be kind to you, but you have to be kind to yourself too, because people are going to treat you the way that you treat you, because that's what you're manifesting. That's what you're attracting to you, okay? So if you're going to continue to mistreat yourself and say bad things about yourself or to yourself that causes and adds to your insecurities, then that's the kind of energy that you're going to continue to attract from your relationships and from the people around you. Whew. Okay, and for your last card, we have perfect match. Okay. Congratulations, you've gotten your wish. This is an auspicious sign that a healthy, authentic relationship is either here or on its way. This is the sort of relationship where you don't have to compromise, settle, sell out, or otherwise be a non-you. This is a relationship anchored in truth and love that neither party will have to hide their farts from. Smells like a special duo. So this card is really interesting, I think, in this reading because well, the energy that I'm getting here for my single people, right? We talked about needing to be nicer and kinder to yourself in order to attract someone, right? For you, right? Your person that you're trying to get to you. There's a lot of healing that has to be done there from your past. I'm also seeing here that when this person does come around, they are going to be a perfect match for you, and you are going to be very happy in this relationship with them. And I think this person is already on their way to you. But again, I think for some of you guys, right, now is the time to take the next step. Get off of social media, meet this person face to face, right? Don't allow fear to hold you back. Sometimes we allow fear to do that, and it really prevents us from moving forward. Also, for some of my people that are in a relationship, some of you guys might be going through a rough patch. There's some friction here, but I think this person is a good match for you. I think the only thing here is there has to be, you just have to reconnect yourself with the relationship for some of you, right? For others, y'all gotta go. But then for other people, right, this is a perfect match. You just gotta resituate yourself in the situation, in the relationship, and really just find your true colors, find your true voice, and don't be afraid to speak your truth in that relationship, okay? And that person is really gonna respect you more because of it. You just have to refine that that balance, and then just kind of refine that power, that level, right? Level up that power in the relationship so that way you both have equal power, okay? All right, group number one. So that was your channeled love reading, all about the loving energies that are surrounding you. I think it was very healing. This was a very healing message, group number one. So I hope that you take the advice given here. I hope that you like this reading, and I hope that it helps you moving forward, okay? If this reading resonated, please comment down below and let me know if you like this video. Make sure that you give it a big thumbs up as well, you guys. With all that being said as well, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed already, and hit that notification bell so you continue to watch all of our spooky videos and all of the love readings that I have coming for you during this love series throughout the month of February, okay? Make sure to share this video as well with your loved ones, friends, and family that you feel can benefit from the loving, healing, and motivational messages that we continue to get here on this channel, okay? So we can continue to grow this spooky, abundant, flourishing family and reach all of those trick-or-treaters who haven't even discovered this channel yet. All right, you guys, with all that being said, I'm going to go ahead and move on to group number two. If you want to keep watching and keep hanging out with me, then let's go. All right, hello to all of my trick-or-treaters who chose group number two. You guys chose card 58, Saturn and the Skull, okay? So we're going to go ahead and get into your shuffling. If you don't want to see the shuffling, timestamps are below. You can skip straight to your message. If you do want to see the shuffling, though, then just keep watching because that's what we're doing now. All right, hello to all of my trick-or-treaters who chose group number 2. You guys chose card 58, Saturn and the Skull. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to get into it. We're going to find out what are the energies of love that are surrounding you. What is the healing, okay? Let's see what's going on here. So we have Page of Cups. We also have the Ace of Wands in reverse. And the Tower, okay? All right, you guys, so let's talk about this. All right, so things haven't worked out for you, right? Things haven't worked out for you. Maybe a relationship hasn't worked out for you. Right, with the Tower card, this is telling me that there's been lessons. There's been lessons that you've had to learn. I think for some of you guys, group number 2, maybe you've been rushing into relationships. Maybe you've been ignoring the red flags, but I'm seeing that you haven't built relationships on a strong enough foundation. And with the Ace of Wands in reverse, this is telling me that you're too focused on superficial, right, attraction. I think you're too focused on the physicality, you're too focused on the sensuality, you're too focused on the material aspects of a relationship when you need to be more focused on, right, with the Page of Cups here, the energy is you need to be more focused on developing actual feelings and getting more in tune with the emotional chemistry and intellectual chemistry of a relationship. You can't just rely on physicality to carry a relationship into longevity, because that's not going to happen, group number 2. Now, this Page of Cups could also be representative of you. You could be a feminine energy who is a water sign, or this could represent someone who you're in a relationship with or just got out of a relationship with. Right, feminine energy water sign, that could be Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. This is also telling me too that you just have you have to wait to develop feelings in a relationship. I get the sense that you're getting into relationships way too quick before you actually start to get a chance to develop those actual true feelings. That's going to create a stronger foundation of a relationship for you. The reason we have this Tower here is because you're not building strong enough foundations and you're rushing too quickly into relationships based off of material and physical things, okay? The wishing game, or no, the waiting game. Yeah, the waiting game. Group number 2, the waiting game. So it's time to wait, right? You've been rushing into relationships, but honey, it's time to wait. It's time to wait for your person to come. You can't rush love. Everybody, for some reason, wants to rush love. They want to rush into love. They want to feel love. They want to get into a relationship. They want to get married, have a family, right? And just settle down and do all those things. And that's great that you want to do those things, but you don't have to do it so fast. You don't have to do it right now. You don't have to do it with the first person who looks at you and breathes, right? So there's a need for you to just really slow down, group number 2. This is telling me that some of you guys feel like you're running out of time. You feel like you're losing your youth. That's some of the energy that I'm getting here, is you feel like you have to hurry up and maybe fall in love because, you know, you feel like there's an age, there's a time frame. Oh my gosh, I can't get married, you know, after 30. What am I doing if I get married past the age of 30? I'm already old. You know, some of you guys might have that mentality watching this, or maybe some of you guys are afraid because you want to have kids and you're afraid if you get too old, you won't be able to have kids. So, you know, there's this rush, this sense of urgency that's coming through here that's causing you to rush into these relationships because you're not focused entirely on the relationship, but you're focused on the time that you feel is running out, and you feel like you have to get into a relationship and you have to do all of these things, because if not, you're going to be left behind with regret. And that's not the case here, group number 2. It's time for you to slow down. It's time for you to wait for your person to arrive, and to wait for things to happen organically as they are supposed to, okay? Everything will happen when it should, how it should. Just give it time, okay? Time is on your side, group number 2. Time is a concept. It's a measurement of infinity. We literally have all the time in the world. You have all the time in the world. Time is infinite. It's never ending. So therefore, you are infinite. You are never ending. you have so much anxiety over, right, some of these situations about getting married and about having kids and starting a family. You know, you're so worried about getting old, but all that's doing is just aging yourself. You're putting extra stress on the body that's completely unnecessary, and the only thing that stress is going to do is it's going to age you quicker than you actually have to, or you actually are supposed to, essentially, group number 2. And then we also have discontent and boredom. Okay, 4 of Cups energy for sure here coming through. Discontent and boredom. So some of you guys, maybe you're bored. You're bored with the single life. You're bored with what you're doing, right? You feel like you've been stuck and stagnant. You want to have a relationship. You want to start a family. You want to get married. You want to have all that exciting, fun stuff that comes with being in a relationship and having someone, because you're just tired and you're just bored of being single. Right? So that's the energy that I'm getting here. And, you know, you have to find ways to have fun, right, by yourself, or ways to have fun with your friends, or ways to have fun with your family, right? It doesn't have to be in a relationship. You don't have to be in a relationship to have fun, okay? So that's something that's coming through here. I'm also seeing that for some of you guys that are in a relationship, maybe you are feeling a little disconnected and you're feeling a little bored with your partner. So spice things up, you know, don't be afraid to spice things up, okay? With the Ace of Wands in reverse here, this is telling me that maybe you guys have kind of lost that passion in a relationship. You know, you guys maybe lost that flame of passion, that fire, all that, you know, sensual goodness. So maybe now's a good time for you to try something new, to kind of shake it up a little bit, do something different, something that you guys haven't done before, try something new experiences, okay? You know, so it's just finding new ways to get creative and to keep the fire alive between the two of you, and to keep things exciting and adventurous. So do something spontaneous with each other and definitely try something new that's really going to help with this situation here. But don't forget all of the good things that you actually have going for you, okay? Your partner is actually really good. Don't get bored and think that you have to leave them, because this person is really good for you. You guys are really good together. This is just a little tough patch that you're going through right now. There's a little bit of friction there, right, with the passion and with the excitement or lackluster thereof. And the same thing with being single here, okay? Don't knock the single life, because there's a lot of freedom that comes with it that you're gonna miss out once you get into a relationship. So, you know, appreciate the freedom that you currently do have, instead of rushing into a relationship where you're gonna lose a lot of that freedom that you currently have, okay? And then we also have mental conflict. Okay, mental conflict. This is giving me 2 of Swords energy. Definitely with mental conflict. Some of you guys are refusing to see things for what they actually are. I think you're really conflicted too about being single or being in a relationship, whether you are single or in a relationship. I think this is something that you're really balancing here. You're trying to figure out, do I stay in this relationship, or do I leave it? Or some of you guys are single and you're wondering, do I stay single, or do I just get into a relationship? You know, because you guys are, you're right, you have this discontentment, you have this boredom about you. But all that, you know, if you do that, don't do something because you're bored. Do something because you actually want to do it, because you're actually dissatisfied with it, okay? Or else you're gonna have this Tower moment. So I just think you guys need to take more time to really think about, you know, what it is that you want. And if you do decide to be single or in a relationship, make sure that you're doing it for the right reasons and that you've built solid foundation to prevent anything from unraveling in the future, and that will create, you know, any kind of regrets for you. But essentially, if that does happen, it's just going to be like a turning point and a stepping stone and a learned lesson for you anyway, group number 2, okay? And then we have numerology, precision, okay? Precision. So this is telling me, right, 2222 with all our 2s this year, 2022, right? So this is definitely the year for love. This is definitely the year for partnerships with numerology. Definitely the year for attraction. So I think you guys just need to be more prepared and more open for that. And I think now's the time for you to really deepen your current relationships that you're in. It's time to really take things to the next level. It's really time to deepen things up for you. I think for some of you guys, you know, you have these mental conflicts and you have this mental struggle about being single, being in a relationship, right? Weighing your options, weighing your pros and cons in those situations. But I get the feeling that you you already know what the right thing to do is, what the answer is in your gut. So you really just have to follow your intuition towards that path that it's calling you on, because I think at the end of the day, right, you will end up in the relationship that you want to be in, and that's the most important thing here. That's what you're worried about, and that's what you're wondering, that's what your question is, group number 2. So I'm here to tell you, yeah, that's what's going to happen. You're going to end up in the relationship that you want to be in. Okay, it's probably just going to take some more time, or it's going to take some more work, probably a little bit more healing. Okay. And then we have, you deserve love. You are lovable, okay? So this is a strong message here of allowing yourself to be loved, okay? You are lovable. For some of you guys, you know, watching this, you feel like you're getting too old. Nobody's gonna love you when you get older. You know, you feel like people are gonna look at you differently, that there's this stigma with age that's gonna be coming towards you. So understand that that's all negative thoughts, okay, that you have to leave at the door, because you are continuously beautiful. It doesn't matter how old you are, okay, or what you look like, because beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And when your person sees you, they're gonna think you are beautiful regardless of what maybe society might say, okay? So it's not about what society says. We get too hung up on, you know, society standards, which unfortunately also includes ageism, right? And only being allowed to do certain things or act a certain way or look a certain way, right, by how old you are. I just think that's a silly concept, and that's something that we definitely have to destroy in society. Get rid of that weird criticism of age, okay? You can find love at any age. For some of you guys watching this, maybe you were married, you did have kids, you unfortunately things didn't work out, you had a divorce, and you're wondering if you're ever going to find love again. And I'm here to tell you that you are, group number 2. You will, and you deserve it. You just have to allow yourself to have it. A lot of the times, group number 2, when we feel like we can't find our match or we can't find love, it's because we're not allowing ourselves to, because we feel like we don't deserve it, or because we feel like it's so out of reach, or we have been jaded by loved ones of our past. And so that's really put a blindfold on us, right, with that 2 of Swords energy, that blindfold energy, where we can't really see love for what it actually is, and we're really closing our eyes to the truth of love, and how much we actually deserve it, and how good it can be for us in the long run, okay? And then we also have, you may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there is always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. Yeah, so for some of you guys, right, we talked about divorces. So maybe that could have been your tower moment. Unfortunately, maybe some of you guys were in a long-term relationship, things didn't work out, and you know, that was your tower moment there. But understand that blessings in disguise, okay, learning those lessons, understanding where things didn't work out, why it didn't work out, and how to prevent that from happening again in the future, okay? So understand that, you know, sometimes stuff happens, okay, but it's not happening to you, it's happening for you, okay? And love is it's a rocky road, okay? It has its ups, it has its downs. It's not a smooth straight path. It's very curvy. There's mountains, there's hills, there's rocks. You'll trip and slip and fall and get back up and hurt yourself, and other people will hurt you too. But at the end of the day, you know, I think it's all worth it. And that's the thing that you have to remember in love, is that it's all worth it at the end of the day, okay? And then we also have reflection, okay? Reflection. Give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best, okay? So again, trusting that everything will work out as it is supposed to, when it is supposed to, giving yourself that space. If you're in a relationship, giving each other the space. Oh, excuse me. Giving each other the space that's necessary to grow, okay, to grow. So I'm seeing here that there's growing pains, okay, that happens when we get older, that happens, okay? Maybe your interests have shifted. You've grown more wise. Situations might have changed the way that you perceive the world around you, okay? Shifted your perceptions of reality. So understand that that happens. People grow and people change. So understand that there might be a need for you to take a step back in a relationship and to reevaluate what has changed between the two of you, right? Because there has been in a current relationship where that fire has dimmed, unfortunately. So understand why that has happened and then look at how to fix it, okay? So take a step back, reassess the situation, and then come up with proper solutions, okay? To help really reignite that fire, reignite that flame. And then if you're single, this is really just doing the reflection, doing the shadow work on yourself and understanding, you know, what healing has to be done in order to draw this love towards you, okay? And then lastly, we have open-heartedness, okay? Open-heartedness. I know that life and the people living it can be an absolute bummer sometimes, but I promise not to let unhappy chapters make me jaded, okay? I promise not to let unhappy chapters make me jaded. Oh my goodness. If I let negative experiences turn me sour, then the jerks win. So I'll move on with an open and hopeful heart, if only because I hate losing to jerks. Okay, group number 2. So this is really just validation for everything that we talked about in this reading today for you guys. This is really about for you in love, healing the loving energies that are surrounding you. It's about letting go of your past, understanding that you cannot change what has happened. You can't fix the relationships that are no longer there, okay? Things didn't work out. That's okay. It happens. You learn from it. You move on. That just means that those people weren't meant for you, okay? People come into your life for a season. You don't need to know the reason, okay? Understand that they serve their purpose and now it's just not time, or it's their time to go, okay? So just understand that and let them go. Let people go. Don't hold on to people when they leave. Let them go. Let them go gracefully, okay? And allow them to just fade from your being, okay? And it doesn't have to happen all at once. It can happen slowly over time, but it has to happen. You have to let them go. Let people go, group number 2. That's really important here. Just to let people go. Let this person go. Let them go, group number 2, okay? That's the only way you're going to be able to move on in your future and to accept new people that are coming into your life. All right, group number 2. So that was your healing message, all about love, the loving energy surrounding you, okay? So that was wow, that was tough a little bit, okay? We're doing the healing, you guys. Group number 1 equally doing the healing, okay? So those are the messages we're getting today, I guess. So okay, comment down below if this reading resonated, okay? I really hope that you guys liked this reading. If you did, make sure that you give this video a big thumbs up. Comment down below, let me know, you guys. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel too if you haven't already subscribed, and hit that post bell notification button as well so you continue to stay updated every time I post new videos every week, okay? All of our new love messages that we have throughout the month of February Scary during our love series, okay? Make sure to share this video as well with your loved ones, friends, and family that you feel can benefit from the loving, inspirational, and motivational messages that we continue to get here on this channel, so we can continue to spread the love, you guys, and grow this spooky family, this flourishing, abundant family that we have here, and reach all of those trick-or-treaters who haven't even discovered this channel yet, okay? With all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. It has been such an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. If you want to keep hanging out, I'm going to go ahead and move on to group number 3, so let's go. All right, hello to all of my trick-or-treaters who chose group number 3. You guys chose card 15, the sun, and the pumpkin or the jack-o'-lantern, okay? So we're going to go ahead and get into all of your shuffling. If you don't want to see the shuffling, timestamps are below. You can skip straight to your message. If you do want to see the shuffling though, then just keep watching because that's what we're doing now. All right, hello to all of my trick-or-treaters who chose group number 3. You guys chose card 15, the sun, and the pumpkin or the jack-o'-lantern. Okay, so this is your channeled message all about the loving energies that are surrounding you and how to heal those loving energies. Okay, what is the healing messages as well? We've been getting lots of healing today. So let's go ahead and see what the cards have to say. So we have the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune. We also have 3 of Swords in reverse. Okay. And we have Strength. Strength. Okay, good. Good. Interesting. Interesting and quite dynamic, I might say, actually, group number 3. Very, very dynamic. So, group number 3, you guys have been heartbroken. That's the theme of today's reading, heartbreak, right? We've all been through it. We've all been through it, but this is about how we've dealt with it. I think those are the messages that are really coming through here, is how we've dealt with those tough times. I see that you guys have been through heartbreak. I see that you've allowed it to make you stronger with the Strength card here. You guys have really pushed through. You've pushed through, right, being wronged. You've pushed through being heartbroken. You've pushed through those tough times, getting through those obstacles in your love life, those hurdles you've had to jump in your love life, people and relationships that didn't work out, people who weren't who they said they were, right? Those are the things that we're looking at here, that you've been hurt. You've been hurt. But you're healing from that. You're not allowing that pain to stop you from moving forward, and you're not allowing that pain to stop you from living your best life and being your best self. And that's the most exciting thing for you, group number 3, that I see here. And because you've done the healing and you're not, holding on to that hurt, you're not holding on to that pain, and you're allowing yourself to be stronger because of it, that in turn is going to bring more positivity to you from the universe. The universe is watching you. They're watching you, how you've dealt with these situations and how you've learned from these lessons. And so in turn, the universe says, brava, okay, bravo to you, group number 3. So they're probably, it looks like they're going to be sending you some pretty special things, okay? This could be a new suitor, a new person, someone who's much more suited for you. But let's go ahead and get some more information and see what's going on here. Intuition in reverse. And then we also have patience. Okay, so patience. So this person's not coming anytime soon, okay? So you need to have patience. I think the real lesson here too is learning how to follow your intuition, because you've seen the red flags in previous relationships, but you haven't always listened to them, and that's what's essentially caused you this heartache, okay? This broken heart energy that we're having here is because you haven't followed your intuition, you haven't followed your gut when you've known that something isn't right or that someone isn't right for you, okay? A situation or a person has seemed really sketch. They've been really sketch, group number 3, and you just closed your eyes and pretended like you didn't see what was happening. And then, oh, you got hurt, okay? But the good thing here that I'm seeing here is group number 3, you know that, and you're not upset over it because you understand, hey, you know what? I kind of did this to myself, okay? I know that the red flags were there. I knew I was probably making a mistake, but I did it anyway, okay? So I understand that it was my fault for continuing down this path, even though I knew I should not have. So that's the most amazing thing here. So you've been growing, you've been doing the healing, you've been growing, you're using this as a stepping stone, and you're wiser because of this, okay? And have patience, because things will get better for you. I see that the heart is still hurt. You've been doing the healing, but you're still hurt. There's still pain there. The heart takes time to heal, but it does heal in time, okay? That's the most important thing here. So have patience. Things will get better for you. You will find love again, and it will be more true, okay? Hope, yeah, have hope. So this is definitely giving me sun energy. Maybe this next person that's coming to you is going to be a Leo. We also had strength, which is also Leo energy, okay? So we have strength, we have sun energy happening here. So there's definitely a lot of hope for your future. I think you're very positive. I think you're making the best out of a bad situation. I think you tend to have a very positive outlook on things. You're just that kind of a person. You're a very positive person. You're very upbeat, and I think this is really helping in your healing process because you're not allowing these situations to really get you down, or these people that have hurt you to really get you down. You know, you're having a moment, but you're trying to get over it. You're trying to make the most out of it. You're trying to let it go as well, which I think is really important here in this situation. And you're really transforming that negativity into something positive. The universe sees that, and the universe is working on returning that positive energy towards you. Okay, so that is what you're manifesting here. You're definitely manifesting goodness, you're manifesting positivity, you're manifesting love towards you that is going to be stronger, better, and more true. Group number 3. Flowers. Okay, flowers, fickle. So interesting. So for me, this means a couple of different things. Okay, this tells me that your previous relationships were not built on strong foundations, right? We have the word fickle here, which tells me that, you know, maybe things just weren't really strong between the two of you. You know, it was kind of wishy-washy, you and this person, and I think that's kind of why you already knew that things weren't really going to work out. I feel like you kind of had that feeling already because things were wishy-washy. Maybe they didn't like to meet all the time, meet up all the time, or at all. Maybe this was just like an online thing you were going through at the time, right? And things just maybe seemed too good to be true. So yeah, you had that understanding there with this previous relationship. Like you kind of saw it coming when, you know, when you had that blow, you know, that hit you. So you saw it coming. So that's why you weren't really surprised. You were hurt, but you weren't really surprised. Okay, and you kind of do blame yourself in a way because you did see it coming, and you knew you should have listened to the signs. But don't blame yourself too much. You know, don't be so hard on yourself because, you know, we all do crazy things for love. We, you know, who was it? Hercules, right? Said it best. Oh shoot, what was her name? You know, we do crazy things when we're in love. Actually, I think Hercules said that. I don't know. You guys ever seen that movie, Hercules, Disney? Yes? Comment down below. Anyway, I digress, okay? So also with flowers here, I think this is a you know, a good time for you to maybe get yourself some flowers. If you're in a relationship, buy some flowers for your partner. I'm really feeling that you guys aren't though. Group number 3, I'm getting a lot of single energy here, a lot of single peoples. Group number 1 definitely felt more like a relationship reading for people who are currently in a relationship. This is giving me more single energies, right? People who left a relationship, maybe you just got out of a relationship, things didn't really work out. Maybe you are in a relationship, but you're still kind of hung up in your with your ex. That's another maybe possibility here if you're watching this. But go out, get yourself some flowers. And treat yourself to some roses. Bring in that loving energy. Wear something red. I want, you know, you to bring in more red energy into your house, into your home. Light a red candle. Right, this is gonna help you really do some of that healing. Okay, that healing work, showing some self-love, working on love for yourself. Okay, understanding that you forgive yourself for the mistakes that you made, okay, for not listening to your gut feelings, for not paying attention to your intuition when you saw the red flags in this situation, okay? Don't blame yourself, forgive yourself, because it could have happened to anyone, really, you know? You were just trying to give this person the benefit of the doubt because at the end of the day, you are a positive person and you try to see the best in people and you try to see the good in people. That's not anything that's wrong with you. That's something that's great about you. Unfortunately, in this particular situation, things just didn't really work out for you, and that's okay. Group number 3, it's okay that that happened, and it's okay that it didn't work out because not everything is always going to work out for us. Unfortunately, that's just life. There are lessons that we have to learn. That's why we're put here, to learn those lessons. We can't grow and gain wisdom without falling down and getting back up, okay? So just understand that. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. So now is a good time for you to, you know, get with friends, okay? Get with friends, hang out with friends, you know, your heart hurts, right? You're not trying to be in a relationship anytime soon, right? Having patience for the healing of the heart, and I think being with your friends is really going to help your heart heal, okay? Finding love in another way, love with friends, love with family. Excuse me. I think that's really the important lesson here in this situation, that the loving energies that are surrounding you are your friends and your family, because I feel like you do have a lot of people that are supporting you. You do have a lot of people that that do love you and want to share that love with you. So spend time with those people. It's going to be really strengthening for you. It's going to be very healing for you as well. And they're really going to help mend your heart from those past situations, okay, where things didn't really work out for you. Also, allow your friends to give you good advice moving forward with relationships, okay, because sometimes our friends and family see things that we don't see when we're in a relationship, right? Sometimes when we're falling in love, we're falling for somebody, right, it just becomes this tunnel vision, and then we can't always see, right, the wider view, the wider perspective of the person and the situation before us, but our friends and family can, and sometimes they can warn us of the red flags that we might be closing our eyes to. So pay attention to them as well when moving into your next relationship, because they might be able to help you prevent any future heartaches as well, okay, because they care about you. What else do we have here? Sacred union. Honor and treasure your relationship, for it is truly sacred, okay? Sacred union. So understand that for your relationships, right? And we're not talking about romantic relationships here. We're talking about your relationships with your family, your relationship with your friends. Those are sacred relationships. Never allow a romantic relationship to come in between that of the relationships with your family, with your siblings, your parents, your best friend, okay? Those are sacred unions right there. Your union with yourself. Your relationship with yourself. Never compromise your sacred union with yourself for somebody else. Group number 3. That is very important here, okay? Understand who you are. Own your truth. Own your narrative. And allow yourself to only be you, uniquely you, right? Authentically you when moving into your next relationship. That's very important here, okay? And lastly, we have appreciation. I appreciate the unique ways other people show their love rather than compare their ways with my ways. Then I appreciate myself for maturely putting up with people who just can't seem to show love the normal, obvious, universally accepted way. Good job, both of us, okay? So sometimes people have, weird ways of showing love. So, right, this could be talking about, right, your friends and family that we talked about, that they really care about you. So sometimes they show love in different ways, right? Sometimes our parents, they show us love, and it can come across as maybe they don't understand us, or maybe they're trying to punish us or something, but really what they're doing is they love us and they want the best for us. So I'm sensing some of you guys, group number 3, maybe you've had a falling out with your parents based off of a past relationship or something, or maybe even a current relationship where your parents just didn't really maybe agree with your choices and actions in a current relationship or in a past relationship, and understand that they love you and they just want the best for you, and that's why they might have done the things that they done or said the things that they said. And it's not always for you to understand why, but just to understand that at the end of the day, it was a gesture of love, okay? So sometimes people just have weird ways of showing love, and you have to learn how to read those signs and what that love looks like, because we all have a different language in love, unfortunately, because love is just that complex and dynamic, right, abstract idea where we all just kind of interpret it in a different way. And so we all give and receive love in a different and unique way that is, right, very personal to us. So it's complicated, but you're going to have to try to learn what that love looks like when it is being given by other people, and how you can properly receive that love, okay? And this is also, I think, about giving more love back to your friends and to your family, because they are very loving and very supporting of you. But I think now's a good time for you to start to reciprocate that love for them as well. So I think it's time for you to really start giving back as well to your friends and to your family who have been through this tough time with you and have really helped lift you up, and for you to really just start to repay that energy back to them. And that's going to really keep that flow of energy going, where they're going to continue to provide love for you, and you're going to continue to provide love for them. So they want to feel just as much love as you wish to feel as well, okay? All right, group number 3. So that was your healing message on love and the loving energies that are surrounding you. Okay, so I really hope that you guys liked this reading. I hope that it resonated with you. If it did, please comment down below and let me know, you guys. I would love to hear it. If you like the video, make sure that you give it a big thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, you guys, if you haven't subscribed already, and also hit that post bell notification button so you don't miss out on any of our love messages that we're providing all throughout the month of February Scary during this love series. Okay, I'm posting every week, you guys, every week, so make sure you have those notifications on so you don't miss out. Okay, also don't forget to share this video with your loved ones, friends, and family that you feel can benefit from the loving, inspirational, and motivational messages that we continue to get here on this channel, so we can continue to grow this beautiful, abundant, spooktacular family that we have here. Okay, we're absolutely flourishing on this channel. Let's continue to reach all of those trick-or-treaters who haven't even discovered this channel yet, okay? Bring on the love 2022, okay? Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. This has been such a blast. I really hope that these messages resonated and that you got some healing out of it today, okay? Thank you guys again so much for watching and for hanging out with me. It has been such an absolute pleasure. I will see you guys on the next video, but until then, as always, keep it creepy, okay? Bye, you guys.